So this one's in standard tuning. I'm playing it in the key of A. On the album, it sounds like it's kind of in A flat. It's actually sort of in between A flat and A. So I've seen them play it live, and they're in A. Okay, so I'm going to teach it to you in A. And to play along with the track, you'll just have to tune to the track, or you can get a program like I use, a transcribe, where you can alter the pitch of the track to match it up to your guitar. Saves you the hassle of retuning all the time. Anyways, this is a really sort of classic Andy Summers guitar part. It's very precise, and there's a lot of stretches in it, okay? And not only is it a great guitar part, it's a fantastic exercise to practice your stretching, okay, and to get yourself warmed up. So, you know, you can use it dual purpose, right? Learn the song and a great exercise. So how it works is, we'll go over the chords first. It's basically a 1-6-4-5 chord progression. And I talked about that before in one of my other videos, EXO with John Mayer. So we got A, F sharp minor, D, and E. Okay, so that's the 1 chord. If you know your diatonic chords, that's the 1, that's the 6, it's the 4, and that's the 5. And that chord progression has been the source of like thousands of hit songs. Okay, it's like an all-star chord progression. Okay, people like it, and it just works. It's very balanced. So what he does with this, you know, he's kind of arpeggiating it a little bit, kind of. So instead of just going, you know, he's spicing it up a little bit, and he's adding the 9th in there, okay? So the 9th is the 2nd, just up an octave. So, you know, if you want to find the 9th of any chord, just a little theory lesson, just go up 2 frets. So if we're in A, the 9th will be B, or the 2nd. It's the same thing, right? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 9 and the 2 are the same thing. Anyway, so the way we do this, like when I first heard this back in the day, we tried to play this, and I didn't get it. I was trying to go, and it was just absolute killer on the wrist and hand, and to get those chords clean, I couldn't do it. It sounded terrible. And we actually dropped that song because it just wasn't working. But since then, you know, you see him play it live and you see how he does it. And what he does is he hits that 1st fret and he lets go. And he moves that finger up here to the 3rd, okay? So the arpeggio is, it starts on the root, the 5th, so it's E5, A7. Then he adds the ninth, so that's D9. Back to the fifth. And then he goes to the third with the same finger that he hit that root note with, right? So what happens is you get that ease. You know, you're not like stuck like that the whole time. So, and that makes a huge difference, okay? So what appears to be really hard to play, it's actually not that hard when you get into that shift, okay? So that's the sequence of notes. Okay? And the picking on that is it's a down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. Okay? So down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. Okay? So I'll just kind of show you my picking hand while I'm playing that. Sorry. Okay, and that pattern is exactly the same on all four chords, on the 1, on the 6, on the 4, and on the 5, okay? And what we want to do is we really need to mute that, okay? We got to use, like if we don't mute it, we get this. Which doesn't sound bad, but that's not the approach we're looking for, right? We want to mute it. Okay, and then we go down to the F sharp. So we've got root, back out a little, root, fifth, and you want to definitely, I don't know if I mentioned, but when you get that fifth, you want to use this finger, okay? This fingering that I'm showing you know, normally I'll say, hey, use whatever fingers works for you, but actually in this one, you got to use these fingers, okay? It's not going to work if you don't. Well, it might, but it won't be anywhere near as efficient. Okay, so it's always the first, the second, and your pinky. Okay, same down here, but the F sharp on E2, the C sharp on A4, and the G sharp on D5, no, D6. Okay, same fingering. But then we've got the minor third here, okay? Because it's a minor, right? So. Okay, and then we come up to the D. And how we do the D is like a D bar chord, but only we're going to do it like this. We're going to see the same fingering. Okay, one, the first finger there, second finger here. Pinky. So that's consistent. So. Okay, so always those fingers. And the pattern there is. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of the pinky and use our third finger for a G7. Right? Real slow. Same picking pattern, and then we move that up 2 frets to the E. Okay, and then we're back to the A. Okay, so that's it. That's pretty well everything you need to know in this song, except for the middle bit, which are the chords. So that's pretty easy, but I'll go over that too. And then we've got the ending. So we basically got like a verse, and sometimes the verses will end on the F sharp. Sometimes they'll end on A. Okay, so the intro actually ends on A. So it's a. So it you know completes on A, and then the first verse will complete on F sharp minor. So. And a little hint, a little tip on that, when we're going from that E, you know, if we're gonna hit that B note, it means we're gonna have to have like a super quick change down to that F sharp. So we're gonna have to go like this. Okay, really fast. So what you can do, and I think what he does at certain times on the track is he won't do that last note. So he'll go, right? So just that end there, and to give you time to get down to that F sharp. That's just a little hint there. Then we have the middle section, Oh Can't You See? And that starts on the D. And then it goes to a D7. So, and then we go, right? We're going down to that G5 there. Okay. Same picking pattern, just different notes. Okay, then we're to the A. And then we slide up 2 frets to the B, to the B. And then we're to the E. Do it twice. And then we're back here. Okay, so the whole deal with this song is to get your muting right. Because once you get used to that little shift there, those chords are, I'm telling you, they're not as hard as they look. And then we've got the middle section with just the chords. So we end like on an F sharp. Okay, and then we got an F bar chord. Live, he'll go, he'll do that big Pete Townsend kind of strum on it, right? But on the album, you can clearly hear him going like this. So it's just like a, right? Just. Okay, and then we move it up 2 frets to the G, same thing. Down 2 frets. Up 2 frets. Back to the F. And then we're back into the lick. And then we've got the ending, okay? And the ending is just a different sequence, and it's just goes like this. Okay, and that just repeats and fades out. So that's pretty well all the parts there. A lot of this is getting your sound, too. So what I've got here is I'm on my clean channel. It's my Ignator Renegade. But even though I'm on the clean channel, like, it's not clean. You know, if I turn all the stuff off here, turn the effects off. Well, I've got the compressor on too, but I mean, it's not clean, right? It's got a bit of dirt in it. Okay, so, you know, for me, I always have a bit of dirt on my clean channel, just to give it a bit of oomph. Yeah, and while I'm talking about the sound, I got my pickups out of phase here. I had this little phase switch put in here. Okay, so that's both coils, and that's single coil. Okay, so these pickups are now like single coil pickups. And what I do is I kind of have the selector in the middle, bridge pickup almost 10, like 8, 7 or 8, and then I have the bridge pickup at about 4 or 5. So that's full humbucker, and that's split. Okay, so, you know, it gives you that single coil sound, kind of thinner and brighter. Just another tip for anybody who's, you know, just starting out with guitar and you're getting, you know, new pickups put in, humbuckers, definitely put in a phase switch, okay, because that will open up an entire whole new set of sounds that you can work with. So, and what else I'm doing is I've got a delay on here. You know, songs like this, you just use tap tempo, right? You just tap your foot to the tempo with the song, and it'll just set the delay for you. Okay, so that's what I've done here. It's actually a really long delay, but it matches the song. By the way, the BPM on this song is 117, okay? Usually what I'll use for a chorus is like a detune thing, but my detune was doing some funny things, so I used just a chorus, okay? It's just a straight Just a straight chorus. I didn't even change any of the settings. It's just the stock chorus. Got a TC Electronics Nova system down here, okay? So just a straight chorus. And the delay, and then I've got some reverb on there. But I've also got compression, okay? And compression on a song like this is when you need a compressor. Especially when you get into that stuff, right? So this is without the compressor. With the compressor. I mean, it's a subtle difference, right? But I mean, subtle difference to the listener, but to a guitar player, it's a big difference, right? Especially when you know, it really gives you that sort of snap to the notes, right? So that's basically how you do this one. And like I said, it's a great exercise for warming up. That stretch there is great, you know. Okay. All right. I hope you get something out of this. Talk to you next time.